Zuluan, I thought I'd find you here.
He really sniffed out his favorite inn. That's the tenacity of Cao Cao for you.
Yes, I've sought you out just for that purpose. I'm sure you already know why I'm here. There's still a place for you in my ranks, if you're interested.
Hey, Cao Cao. Not every fruit is yours to pick. This one's already cast his lot with Zhang Jiao. And even if he joined us now, he would only sow bad blood.
That said, abandoning Zhang Jiao to save your own skin would render you worthless to me. You see, recently, I finally realized it. The significance of you saving Zhang Jiao, and going on to help him. Yes, it's just a theory, but right now, the Yellow Turban remnants who strayed from Zhang Jiao's command are spreading chaos across the land. Their ruthlessness far surpasses that of the forces he once led. I will soon depart from Ji and ride for Qing to confront them. For the scattered shards of the yellow sky no longer follow the way of the Great Peace, but instead leave ever more heinous atrocities in their wake. Zuluan. Surely your ambitions do not end with merely sparing the life of Zhang Jiao. Nor is Zhang Jiao wasting the chance you gave him, wandering aimlessly in shame. You must understand by now what must be done to put an end to this chaos. My path is led by the light of reason. What is it that guides your path, I wonder? One day you'll find the answer and come back to me. I'll be waiting for you.
Cao Cao, I think you've said enough. If we stay any longer, there might be trouble.
Right. Farewell, Zuluan. Qing province is in dire straits. Yellow turbans turned brigands beyond Zhang Jiao's control are running rampant, ransacking as they go to feed their growing numbers. Their ranks now extend farther than the eye can see.
And what's worse, there is talk of Zhang Jiao regaining strength. And what if they join forces? Can you imagine the scale of such an army? We must prevent this at all costs.
So, we're in a race against time.
The volunteer army remains committed to this fight. There are some battles only we can win.
So be it. To each the glory of his valor. The azure sky must never suffer the yellow taint. Come, we shall slaughter them to the last man. Zhang Jiao. He should have been finished, but now he has united his wayward followers once more. This is not the same man whose despair over the chaos wrought by his own men nearly drove him to ruin in Ji.
Not at all. I once dismissed them as a rabble of peasants, but now they have a real leader. This does not bode well.
Outnumbering them won't suffice. If we engage them directly, both sides will suffer heavy losses.
It sounds like you're being cowardly, but being realistic. We should seriously consider peace, or at least a truce.
Out of the question.
Zhuo!
Are you so eager to defile the honor of the throne? The Yellow Turbans are a herd of cattle. If you don't yoke them, whip them, and lower them to beasts of burden, it's only a matter of time before they stampede.
That's going too far.
Ha! Right. Your flock of volunteers comes from the same peasant stock. Consider the Yellow Menace a feast for our wrath. Our blades will cut them to shreds, and their blood shall slake our thirst for vengeance.
Ah, Liu Bei. People speak well of your recent exploits. You've become quite the steady hand, haven't you?
Yes. I've been working tirelessly wherever I'm needed to make this peace more than just a fleeting dream. After the war, our decision to remain under the court's command caused some to cast the volunteer army as dogs of the Han. However, by scouring the land for problems to solve and tending to the people with a gentle hand, we have put such concerns to rest. After all, the volunteer army was built out of empathy for the commoners.
That's what I like to hear. And truth be told, I'm stretched just as thin as you are. As we speak, the throne's influence is spreading to every corner of the realm. Meanwhile, trying to govern such a diverse populace has brought new tensions to the fore. Jiangdong has a long history of dealing with cultures of all kinds. I can only promise to protect and lead them as one people. This duty I impose on myself also drives me to travel the land. I feel as though I am now faced with the very question I once pressed upon Zhang Jiao.
Zhang Jiao. Yes, of course. I'm sure the Guardian of Peace still stands by his side, even now.
Keeping yourselves busy, I see. Given your tireless efforts, I thought you could use a good healer. I've discovered a master of incense and herbs in a village in the mountains who's eased the pain of many. And he is said to be accompanied by a warrior of great power. Like you, I must also endure the throbbing head of one who rules with wisdom and restraint. Perhaps, when I find myself at wit's end, I'll make the journey to pay him a visit.
I am grateful to each of you for heeding my call to gather as allies. We will now consolidate our forces and march on Dong Zhuo's position in Luoyang.
Dong Zhuo has had the Emperor under his control since the rebellion of the Ten Attendants. His Majesty is but a puppet now. To restore the power of the throne, Dong Zhuo must be eliminated at once.
Yes, but I've heard that Louis Bu, a mighty general who slays men by the hundreds, has recently joined his ranks. Ding Yuan took him in as his son, but he betrayed him to follow Dong Zhuo. I've heard that Lord Cao Cao has witnessed his prowess firsthand.
Indeed. As a warrior, he was unmatched. But Louis Bu is not the only one. They also have other formidable fighters at their disposal.
Nothing good ever comes from a loss of heart. If we fight together as one, we can win the day. I'm sure of it.
Lord Yuan Shao, you are both the head and the heart of our great coalition. You have our deepest trust.
Good. We must first break through Sishui Gate. Everyone, ready your ranks and prepare to march.
There you are. I have someone here who wishes to meet with you.
So, we meet again, Zhu Luan. When I saw you on the battlefield at Luoyang, I almost didn't believe it. But here you are, and your dawn-lit eyes see the makings of a hero in Dong Zhuo. That I cannot do. Zuluan, I must speak with you tonight. In hindsight, I should have seized this opportunity far sooner. Zhuo advocates and aims to impose the rule of might. The weak are slaughtered to feed the strong. The mighty flourish until they're consumed by one of greater power. It's elegantly clear, and even the feeble can rise up the ranks if they find a way to prove their worth. In a sense, Zhuo's philosophy is not so far removed from my own. However, there is also one critical truth that he has failed to consider. Man is bound by constraints which transcend nature, namely, the law. Although I'm sure Zhuo views the will of the strong as the superior authority. But who holds power to account when it betrays order? Must we simply wait for the silent judgment of the heavens? Indeed, that too is a valid solution. I can't deny it. After all, Zhuo's superior power allowed him to swallow up the decaying Han court. If you ever begin to find Zhuo unworthy, you're always welcome in my ranks. I hold you in the highest regard. You will not be disappointed. Farewell, Zuluan.
I am glad that Lord Cao Cao took me in after I left Li Shui. But Yuan Shao has found fresh vigor since securing the Emperor. For now.
Yuan Shao. To think that he could claim not only the Emperor, but also that brilliant mind I had hoped to recruit.
Ah, do you speak of Lord Guoxia? I recall Lord Xun Yu quite eagerly recommending him as a strategist. Had he decided to leave Yuan Shao, a meeting would have been arranged, but... Well, there's no sense brooding over what could have been. What matters now is keeping Yuan Shao in check, now that he has them both. And that's where I come in. I'll work to anticipate their every move.
Very well. The details are yours to handle. Yuan Shao. He seems to be advancing beyond my control. From here on, I must discard my feelings for him as an old friend, and treat him as a worthy opponent. Zuluan, guiding star of the age. End my life, so that your hero may claim his destiny.
You're in no position to make such demands, Cao Cao. I, Yuan Shao, will be the one to decide your fate. Be silent and kneel before me, so that you may properly taste defeat. To stop what was just about to happen, there's something I need to discuss with Cao Cao.
Yuan Shao, my request is simple. Cut me down at once. Let's end this, here and now.
I have no intention of killing you. Ending your life would only place the restoration of the realm further out of reach. And the throne of the Han would lose one of its most capable retainers. Or you can accept my generous offer of forgiveness instead. Enter my service now, and together we will restore His Majesty's reign.
You haven't changed at all. Always asking for the world like it's your next cup of wine. But you are a fool, Yuan Shao. You already have the people's favor, so you gain nothing by recruiting me to your cause. Yuan Shao, the hero fighting to restore the throne of the Han. And Cao Cao, the schemer that unleashed a beast on an old friend in a bid for power. Pardoning the loser of such a decisive battle would be like announcing to the world that it was staged. Decide, Yuan Shao! Strike me down and end this.
Perhaps. I've decided. I'll never see you slain. In the past, I would have yielded to your words without question. But now, it is my will alone that guides my path. For I am the rightful leader of the noble house of Yuan.
So you've gained some wisdom. But know this. The victor's glory cannot shine without making a villain of the vanquished. Farewell, old friend. I concede the reins of power to you.
Change my mind? What? I'll hear no such madness. This was the right choice. I am the hero, and serving me bestows that honor upon you as well. Come, let us return. This victory calls for a feast as glorious as our triumph in battle. What are you doing? Quickly, this way.
Thank you all for gathering here on such short notice.
Of course. We cannot possibly allow His Majesty to fall into the hands of that beast. Let us join forces and crush Louis Bu once and for all.
That said, can he really be defeated so easily? Louis Bu is a fearsome warrior, unmatched in battle. And his forces have been moving much faster than expected. We didn't even have time to rally our troops.
That must be Chen Gong's doing. He's manipulating Louis Bu as part of some grander scheme, I'm sure.
I've heard that you have suffered a number of bitter defeats at his hands. We should take care not to underestimate him.
Indeed. And to make matters worse, that sacred bird has settled upon Louis Bu's shoulder.
Even he alone could turn the tide in our favor.
Yes. But knowing him, he would never betray Lord Louis Bu, or do anything else of the sort. That means our only choice is to fight them head-on, as we are now.
If we lose to Louis Bu in this battle, the realm will fall into his hands. But if we win, Louis Bu's forces will collapse. The balance of power will shift in our favor.
When we stand together, no challenge is too great. We need only believe in our triumph.
That's the spirit. This battle will decide the future for us all.
Louis Bu, Chen Gong. You've upended the realm and made fools of its lords. I hope it was worth it. Because the adventure is over. And your ambitions will soon be crushed.